Let's talk about a rule where in hockey, you can get hit in the face with a puck, be bleeding all over the ice, but the play goes on. You saw
that was horrible.
You saw Matt Calvert take a puck off the face.
Like I think it was like the back of the head or something. Yeah.
And
beyond that, because like I don't blame the ref for not totally knowing that Matt Calvert was hurt based on his reaction, because you gotta. I don't know. He tried to get up. Maybe you're looking at him and you're looking elsewhere, and you think he's on his way up.
Officials on the ice.
That is true. That's a perfectly good point. But what got me, like Nathan McKinnon's going to help him up, and the guy who hit him, Elias Pettersson,
is like,
look at him. He's calling for the play to be over while his team's got an empty net and less than 3 minutes to play. Elias Pettersson, the Canucks' best player, is calling for the play to end.
And the Canucks scored.
Look at the Canucks. Yeah, they're ashamed of themselves. They're looking at him right now. They know it was awkward. They blew it. And if Nathan McKinnon pays a single cent, it's a crime. Him and Zach Werenski. Zach Werenski was shouting out, or I guess going to bat for a former teammate.
It's so funny, too, because when they're scoring that goal, Pettersson, he doesn't jump back into the play.
No.
He just hovers around Calvert, and he's just kind of, this little thing. He's like, I'm not going to keep
like
playing.
Defending him.
He's
basically.
just like, make sure nothing hits this guy who I just hit in the head.
Yeah.
And it's 4-on-4, essentially, and they score.
So the question is, what do you do? Because here's what happens. That happens in the playoffs, and they blow it dead, and the team doesn't score that was trying to score. What then?
What then is you get mad in the moment because you go, oh, shit, we had a chance to score, and then you immediately go, oh, he's bleeding from the head. Yeah. Like any normal person would go, oh shit, he's bleeding from the head. And this isn't Jack Edwards a couple years ago. I think I know what you're talking about. This isn't Jack Edwards with Andreas Janssen, where like he could have got up maybe, and we didn't really know what was going on. He was bleeding from the head.
And what do you say to the people who are saying that the refs were just calling it by the book, where it's you can't blow a play dead unless the team whose injured player is down gains possession of the puck? Well,
it goes back to a conversation we've had in the past on this show. Is I know they're going by the book, but some of the rules in the book are pretty bad. The guy, I don't know. Do we got to put an addendum if he's bleeding from the head? Call the play dead. It even rhymes. It's easy to remember. Like I don't know. I don't. That's terrible.
Do you place any blame on the Avalanche, or not the Avalanche, the Canucks for not just passing the puck to the Avalanche?
I guess their job is to play to the whistles or whatever, but like one of them didn't. Elias Pettersson's like, he didn't even know what to do. Mm-hmm. How? And also, where are you looking? If you're not looking at that, you heard the crack. You see there's a guy on the ice. The captain of the Avalanche is there. The best player on the Canucks is there. What are you looking at? I don't understand what was going on. And Adam, that's a great point. I didn't even think of that. It's not one guy. It's a whole crew. That's horrible. That's horrible. And, like, Canucks fans, like, you got to be in a really awkward position because they ended up scoring 2 goals and tying the game there. It went to overtime. You got to admit the team that should have won.
Yeah.
The Colorado Avalanche winning that game was justice. And it's unfortunate because it's not like the Canucks did anything wrong. I don't think
they didn't. No, they didn't.
I mean,
it's just shitty. Yeah. It's a shitty position to put them in too, right?
Yeah, I guess what they could have done is like all of them throw their hands up or something and go stop the play.
If you want to stop the play, you just pass it to any of the Avalanche players, right?
Oh,
that's how you stop it.
But, or you could have done that.
But it's not. It's also not on them. But also.
But you also have an empty net.
Right.
And, like, because the play hasn't been blown dead, and, like...
You don't know that the ref's going to blow it dead. You could do that.
Yeah, they could just fire it down. One thing I was talking to... I think I brought this up last show, is not every player knows every rule, especially in the moment. Like, Colby Armstrong was... we were talking about... I asked him, I go, was there ever a situation when you were playing where, like, a rule came about that you didn't know about? And it wasn't when he was playing, but there was a play he talked about where, remember a few years ago in a playoff game, Andrew Shaw headbutted a puck in? And the game was over. He won a playoff game by headbutting the puck in.
I don't remember that.
And it didn't count.
I remember that.
Yeah, they called it back. Well, I didn't know that was a rule. I knew you couldn't kick it. You can't headbutt a puck in? Why?
Why not? I remember talking about it on the show.
Yeah.
Like I don't understand why. It's not
my God!
It's not like that's a play you could plan anyway in hockey. Like no one's
They
gonna be like,
have
all right,
set
flip it off
plays.
the dog and let's do it.
Yeah, oh, for sure.
Oh, fucking dunk, let's go.
Who was it, Paul Byron? Or Philip Deneau?
Oh, dude,
Philip Deneau last night. Did you see the goal called back in the Habs game?
Yes. Sorry. I thought
They
you
were
talking
about to
like years
win
ago.
the game, and he literally, the puck is on the ice.
It was the groin shot.
And he
Yeah.
just went, "Ugh." Like while he was lying down, he humped the puck in.
Yeah.
And they called that like a kicking motion?
Yeah.
What? Why isn't that allowed?
I believe that's called crotching.
Crotching.
The crotching motion.
And then
yes.
the Devils win in overtime.
Yeah. They're trying. I understand the spirit of the rule in hockey, where it's we want you to score with your stick.
I get it.
Like,
I
that's
get
the
it, but
game.
they don't always
then-
score with their stick.
Then why isn't it score with your stick and nothing else counts?
No, but you're allowed
That's
to
a
score
fair
with your
point.
stick you're allowed to score with something that isn't your stick as long as you didn't mean to.
You're
Yeah, as
allowed
long
to
as it
oops-
wasn't intentional.
You're allowed to oops into it, which
right.
is stupid.
You can oopsie
Do
daisies into
shit
a
or get
goal.
off the pot.
I don't
This is
understand why
this is
that's
my,
not
this is my
allowed.
thing with the ref thing.
Yeah.
If you don't want to trust the refs, this is why I hate replay now. Because if you don't want to trust the refs and trust that the refs are going to make mistakes, then just go to full computer.
Okay, so there's two things with that. If you hate replay, did you see headlines last night
No, I didn't see it fully.
where they're thinking about changing offsides?
So what was the change?
Oh,
So-
to the plane.
Yeah, well, one, they're trying to make it go to the ceiling,
Yep.
so it's across the entire plane.
That's
and
they should be.
and then they're encouraging refs to let play continue and let replay handle it. So they want more refs to not call close offsides so that the play can continue just in case
But
they
if they
score.
do that,
but
then
but
that
I
negates
sat
the
there
play.
so mad because then more people are just going to be upset that goals get called back. So the NHL is just digging a hole deeper. Anyways, that's what Chris
This is
Johnson
the thing,
reported.
man. Either let computers do it or let people do it.
Right.
People will make mistakes. Computers will suck. Which do you want? I'll take the mistakes, please.
Yeah.
I would rather have human beings on the ice. I'd rather have human beings doing it. I would rather have human beings fuck up.